Well, almost an inch head on this thing. You hear those guys upstairs? They're going nuts. They're playing Super Smash Brothers today. I don't know what got them into it, but whatever. Well, hello again, my friend. Hope you guys are doing great. I've got one here that you've been telling me I need to try for literally years, maybe a decade. I don't know, a long time. Get right to it. This is Half Acre's Daisy Cutter. This is kind of their bread and butter from Half Acre Brewing down in Chicago. We'll get right to it. Brewed and canned by Half Acre Beer Company in Chicago, Illinois. Government warning going around the label. Look at this. It's real pretty, like it's got daisies and whatnot on there. That's neat. And it says Daisy Cutter celebrating 10 years, 5.2 alcohol by volume. Half Acre Chicago, and that's all she wrote. In any case, so this is a pale ale, from what I gather, and I've never had anything from Half Acre, so I'm looking forward to this based on many recommendations, not the least of which is yours. So I'm gonna get right after this. Yep, that's canned. Let's pour this guy into an English pint. Believe that's what this is called, right? The kind of fluty-veluty top. Ooh, look at that. Well, almost an inch head on this thing. You hear those guys upstairs? They're going nuts. They're playing Super Smash Brothers today. I don't know what got them into it, but whatever. So look at that. You've got a nice 1/2 to 3/4 inch head there. It looks like it's dissipating fairly quickly. Very clear. I'm going to see if I can hold this thing up through the light on the edge of the screen here. Hopefully I won't get too far off of it, as I have no way to monitor this. But looks really clean, fairly effervescent. Look at the big bubbles floating to the top there. We'll stick a nose in and see what we get. Wow, I'm hitting easily right up front some citrus notes, maybe a touch of pine. And there's a little bit of a malt, like I wouldn't say like a carameliness, maybe a biscuitiness is a better way to describe it. But there's a little bit in the way of what the backbone of this thing could be, which I always find enjoyable. Especially, I mean, I know this is kind of a lighter ale, but as you get into more of the hoppier ales, pale ales, India pale ales, things like that. I really like something that backs it all up. So if it doesn't have a major hop presence, it doesn't need to have a big backbone. But if it does have a lot of hops, it probably should have something to stand it up with. But as I speak, you can see that the head is rapidly dissipating. There's not much lacing going on, but there is a little bit of a oiliness around the edge. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to stick my face in here and drink. Okay. So that hop presence is a little forward. Oh, there it is. And then it's like a pininess to it, almost like I don't want to call it dank because it's not that heavy, but it's a pininess and a little bit of citrus, maybe a little bit of grapefruit. And then the back end, I'm not getting that little bit of sweetness I kind of was detecting on the nose. It comes across more as like a dry biscuit kind of a flavor, and it really cleans up without a whole lot of waving goodbye. It just kind of turns around and leaves, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. This, like, hold on. This would be a good hot day beer, like lawn mowing type stuff. Just get in for mowing the lawn. You don't want to take lawnmower beer out like this. You got to think about this just a touch. But when you get in from lawn mowing, that's where I see this one playing. But anyway, summertime beer. Summertime is here. I hope you guys are having a great one, staying cool so far. Our garden's doing really well. Not that I don't know if I need to bring that up here, but it reminded me of it because I think I got to go out and do some weeding tonight, and this might be a good beer for that. So I might have another one later. In any case, John, thank you so much, as always, for the recommendation. I'm glad I finally got to pick this one out and knock it down. Again, hope you guys are well, and we'll be in touch soon. Take it easy. Drink good beers. Or maybe early afternoon throwing beanbags on a Saturday or something.